Hi Nagesh, good morning.
Good morning.
Nagesh, I leave.
Sure, Sana. Thanks. Good. Hey, hi, Akshay. Good morning.
Hey, hi Nagesh. Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So, actually, I have your profile with me. Can you briefly explain about yourself and your current roles and responsibilities in the project?
Sure. So, my name is Akshay, and I have completed my bachelor's in electronics and telecommunications in back 2015. I have overall 5 years of experience, and since last 4 year, I am working as a data analyst in my current organization, where I closely work with the finance team and sales team to fix issues related to the orders and enterprise agreements for their end customers. So here what I do, I basically collect the requirements from the sales team, and on the top of the requirement I collect the data. Sometime I write the SQL queries to collect the data from the Oracle database, and I prepare the ad hoc report whatever data I have collected on the basis of that. And based on that, if the in customer or the sales team have any exception or dispute, or let's say if they have any additional data to add on in existing report, then I do add that after certain validation. And if they have any exception, then I work with the finance team for approval, like credit approval. And in some cases, like if in customer is facing any issues in their dashboard for their consumption of licenses, so I do validation of that also. And if the data is missing, then I manually upload that data to the database so that they can check, or they will see the updated consumption in their dashboards. And in addition to all these things, I also prepare the daily, weekly and monthly report for internal case auditing, so that we can plan for process improvement plan, and for the next quarter and all that thing. So like that I work.
Okay, so you are connecting Tableau to Oracle database,
Yeah,
and sometimes you are writing some custom SQL queries to generate the reports, right?
right.
So, what are the source systems that you are using, Akshay?
The sources, like we in my current project, we are only using the Oracle database, and sometime I get the data in CSV format from the sales team, so I use that as a source data.
Okay, okay. How much you can rate yourself on Tableau out of 5?
Yeah, so for development perspective, like I majority of my task is close to fixing the records and do the visualization, so I would rate myself 7. I'm not very familiar with the managing the licensing and permissions, so that part I'm still learning, but yeah, that's why I will rate myself 7.
Okay. Okay. Can you explain me what is discrete and continuous in Tableau desktop, Akshay? So can you explain me what is data blending in Tableau?
Yeah, let's say if I want to create a worksheet or visualization, and my data is belongs to two different data sources, then I will use the data blending option over there, so I can use the data from the two different data sources.
Mhm.
And if the data is from the same database, like I'm using the same database but I have multiple tables within the same database, then I will consider the joining option over there, like inner join or left join mostly.
Okay. Okay, when we're doing this data blending, sometimes we'll get some aesthetic values, right? Have you aware of that?
Not very, because the majority of time the data is already cleaned, so I'm not sure on that part. Like,
Okay,
aesthetic
okay.
means any errors in
Star
the data or the.
star values for particular dimensions, we'll get some star values, right?
Okay, okay. So yeah, that part I'm not very aware of.
Okay, okay, no problem. So I have one scenario actually.
Mm-hmm.
I have four regions.
Okay.
Under each region, I have multiple states.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to show top four states for each and every region.
Top four
Based on
states.
their,
Okay.
yes, top four states for each and every region
Mm-hmm.
based on their sales.
Based on the cells.
Yes. How can we achieve that in Tableau?
Okay. So I will use filter option in the sets and the cells, where I can use the condition like top four uh, s- sales, top four state having the highest sales, and I will use that in my worksheet to see the visualization, like how it looks like.
So if you drag the state to filters and if you select top four, right,
Yeah,
it will give us the top four states for all the
top
regions.
four, and in the parameter like top four, I will use the sum of cells in the next option.
Can you elaborate on that?
Like I will use filter on state, and in condition I will select the sum of cells,
Okay.
and in the top four we need top four, then we have option to select top 1 2 3, so I will select 4 over there. Or
Mm-hmm.
alternate way is like we can also use parameter to manually select, or if let's say user want to select top 4 top 5 or anything, then I can use parameters also over there. And in next condition I will select the sum of cells, like it will show me the top 4 having the highest cell.
But it will give us the top four states across all regions, right? I
Yeah,
just want to show top four states for each and every region.
for each and every region you want.
Yeah.
Okay. mm,
Now, can you tell me the basic differences between filters and parameters, Akshay?
Yes, yes. The filters is something we can use while developing the visualization also, and sometimes we can give that access to end user to select manually. But parameter is something if end user want to switch over to different visualization. Let's say visualization is about the sales and sales of different region, and on the same worksheet or on the same dashboard, if user want to see the profit for the same region, then we can use parameters to select sales and profit, so that end user can quickly switch over to visualization. But in filter we cannot do, we cannot uh, either we can do it, we do have certain options, but parameter is more flexible in terms of switching over to different visualization. But filter is something we can use to just hide certain things from the current visualization.
Okay. Okay. Uh, so let's say, so I need to compare targets versus actual values. Okay. Which chart you would suggest to use?
Target versus.
Actual.
Okay.
Which chart you will suggest to showcase that to
Mm,
compare the targets versus actuals?
um, Dual axis will helpful, because I can compare both at the time on the same worksheet.
Mm-hmm. Any other charts?
And we have, it is hard to say, but depends, like if it's up to the requirement. But I can use bar charts also, or a line chart also. But I think dual axis will give very good understanding of, or for each and every quarter, or depends, like it will give the entire change in behavior, like how these two things are changing dynamically throughout the plane, like throughout the time.
Okay. Can you tell me which chart is best suitable to find the correlation between two measures?
Linear chart, like line chart. If two things are correlating with each other, then line chart will be the helpful, like we can directly see the behavior of line, like how it is growing up throughout the plane.
Okay. Okay. Can you explain me how set actions work at desktop level?
Set actions.
Yeah.
Set actions will work like, let's say if we want to highlight something in visualization, but we don't want to hide the other visualization or other, wait, what, how can I say, uh, let's say I want to showcase the top 5 things in my current visualization, but I don't want to hide the rest of the information in my visualization. Then I can use the set, where the end user can quickly check based on the condition. And yeah, it would be helpful for end user also to see how it look like.
Okay. Okay. So let's say I have one more scenario,
Mm-hmm,
actually.
mm-hmm.
So I have 15 customers.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to show top five customers with their sales as bar chart,
Hmm.
and rest of all other customers as others, and their aggregated sales in the same visualization as a bar.
Okay, so you want to see top 5 customers out of this 15 customer having high sales in bar chart.
Yes, and rest of all other 10 customers, right?
Yeah,
So name them as others, and their aggregated sales in the bar chart in the same visualization.
yeah, then set would be the preferable option here. We can use set, and we can put the condition like top 5 customers having the aggregated sale high, like highest sale. And we can use the label option to showcase the aggregated sale number for all other customers also. So on the same plane we can check entire, like top 5 will be highlighted in other color, and the other
No, no,
customers.
no. I just want to sheet all other customers as others and their aggregated sales in single bar in the same visualization.
Yeah, it will show in the same visualization only, just it will have the different color. And
I don't want any colors. I want the same color for all the bars.
on
So let's
this.
say five customers, right? Five bars, and
Yeah.
rest of all the customers as others in the sixth bar. There will be only six bars inside the visualizations. Top five
Okay, so
customers,
we can
rest of
use
all the others.
grouping option, and we can use a single bar chart for all other customers in group, and we can show only 5 customer having the separate bar charts in the
If you
single
use
plane.
groups,
Mm-hmm.
if the sales gets changed in the next month or quarter, again you need to do that manually, right?
Yeah, 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 that need to do manually. And this is a tricky one. Okay.
So can you tell me how to calculate only weekdays between two given dates, Akshay?
Only weekdays.
Yes.
We can use calculated field, and we
Mhm.
have date function to calculate like date difference between two different
So I don't
dates.
want to see the difference. I want to calculate only weekdays between two given dates. Let's say, let me elaborate in this way.
Uh-huh.
I have a start date and I have a end date.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to calculate how many weekdays are presented in between these two dates. Okay, can you tell me the order of operations on the filters?
Yeah, yeah. So it will start with the extract filter, then the data source filter, then context filter, quick filter, table calculations, and yeah, context filter will become at last. So extract, data source, uh, quick filter, table calculation, dimensions, measures, and context filter.
What is context filter? Can you tell me how to optimize a dashboard performance, Akshay?
Yeah. So to there are several factors basically. First of all, like what kind of data source is loaded, like what is data volume, and based on that, in the current dashboard, how much relevant data is needed to load. So that will be the first thing to check performance. Second thing is like how many filters used in each and every worksheet, the number of worksheet used in dashboard. And let's say if there are high number of filters are used, then I will check for what is the possibility to reduce the number of filters. Let's say I will try to check if I can use LODs instead of using filters, and so that it will help to refresh dashboard more quickly. And I will try to cut down the unrelevant data fields which is loaded. And yeah, this kind of things I will try to check, do the to update the performance of Tableau. And also the automation part is there, like refreshment rate I will try to set timer within 30 minutes, or it depends on requirement. So I think these kind of things are needs to be taken to improve performance.
Mhm. Okay. Can you tell me, so what are the different types of LODs that we have in Tableau?
Yeah, we have fix LODs, include LODs, and exclude LODs. Three types of LODs we have.
Can you elaborate each one with an example?
Yes. Fix LOD is like, let's say if we want to use a particular measure as a filter, but we don't actually want to showcase into the visualization. So we can use fixed LODs where we can use the same calculated field, but the output will based on whatever parameters or the measures we have selected into the LOD. Include and exclude LOD is depends on granularity level. Let's say if we want to visualize sales as per this region, but we have or map, but we don't want to include region, so we can use exclude LOD. And let's say if we want to include region, then we can use include LOD, so that can be show highlighted into the worksheet or visualization plane.
Have you ever worked on parameter actions, Akshay?
Yes, I had used, and in my current project, like I had limitedly used it, but in every weekend I do some capstone project to explore more on that. So I have used actions parameters.
Okay. Can you explain me how URL actions work?
Yeah, let's say if we have the dashboard, and we have the region or countries, then let's say if I select country, any country name, and I want to go to a particular information or Wikipedia of that particular country, or sales figures for that particular country, then I will add that particular URL to the action. In action I will add that URL, and I will select the select option or handover option. So whenever in dashboard I go to that country, right, if I select that particular country, then I will land to that link or that web page.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like that we can use. And also if in the dashboard itself, if I want to see the exact page or that information, then I can link that also in my bottom side of dashboard, like.
Okay. Okay. That's all I have from my side, Akshay. Do you have any questions to me?
Yeah, I just wanted to know more about this opportunity and the role, like expectations
Just
basically.
we're looking for a candidate so who is having the good experience in Tableau.
Mhm.
at developing level, and so the candidate who is having good knowledge on SQL.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, so we have multiple clients. Once you get shortlisted, right, we'll deploy the candidate to our client locations.
Mm-hmm.
So you can work in the Angora office. So whenever this pandemic gets over, until unless you can work from home,
Mm-hmm.
and so the client will give you a laptop, and Angora also will provide you a laptop. So for the home purpose and the timesheet levels and all those stuff, you can use two laptops.
Mm-hmm.
So what you have to do is you have to get in touch with the stakeholders to get the requirements, and once you get the requirement, and you need to collaborate with the database teams to develop the models and all those stuff. So once the database team develop the models reporting views, right, you need to take that reporting views to plug into the Tableau, and you need to develop the visualizations. And once you develop the visualizations, right,
Mm-hmm.
so you do the QA internally. Once you get the QA internally, and you need to send that books to UAT team for the business approvals and all those stuff, business sign off. Once you get the sign off, right,
Mm-hmm.
so with the help of Tableau admins, you need to publish the dashboards to Tableau server.
Got it. Got it. Pretty amazing opportunity.
Yeah. Thanks, Akshay. Thanks for your time. That's my feedback to HR.
Yeah,
Feedback
yeah,
to you.
sure. Thank you. Thanks for your time, and I will wait for feedback.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.